What's up, boys and girls? It's your boy TeKRaJ, and you guys are awesome. You guys have been dominating on the likes and on subscribing and on supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. But let's get into the task at hand. So, of course, yesterday, Team of the Week came out. I went ahead and ran in there and saw that I could complete this set for the Team of the Week hero for Week 17, Sammy Watkins. I bought all of the cards for around 215,000 coins, and that gave us this 94 overall Sammy Watkins. Now right now in the auction house, he's going for about 260k on the Xbox One market. Can't really get him on PS4 because PSN is down. I don't know if it's back up or when it's coming back up, but anyway, he's 6'1", has 93 speed, 95 catch, 95 elusiveness, 97 spec catch, 95 release, 89 route running, 94 catch in traffic, and 91 jumping. Now, this is actually not his first Team of the Week card. I think the other one was 86 overall. He got 11 catches on 14 targets for 136 receiving yards, all against Darrelle Revis. I mean, he pretty much embarrassed Darrelle Revis. But as far as a run blocking, you got 68, which isn't too terrible. The catching isn't too high. I mean, we talked about that in other videos, kind of how that affects the amount of animations and what kind of animations you're actually going to get. I also really don't like the route running that he has. Now let's compare him against other Team of the Week cards. As you can see right here, he does have better route running, release, and elusiveness and speed than Megatron. And then against Antonio Brown runs better routes, has better catching, but not as fast. Brandon Marshall isn't as fast and doesn't have the same spec catch, but pretty much beats him in every other category. I really like that one. Then if you're comparing him against the Legends, against another Buffalo Bill, I mean, he pretty much beats Andre Reed in almost everything. Here he is against Torrey Holt. Torrey Holt only beats him in catching and route running. Those are two really big stats, though. Then here he is against Sterling Sharp. As you can see, I mean, yes, he is 94 overall, but doesn't really hold his weight all that great. Now, that spec catch is great. The elusiveness is great. The speed is okay. We'll talk about that more in the gameplay. And then once you start getting over here, like with that Michael Irvin, obviously, I'm not even comparing to Michael Irvin because Michael Irvin is a lot better. Here's an old card. We're going to put him on the squad. I actually really like this receiving core right here because having him with Amari Cooper and Deshaun Jackson looks like it'll be pretty great. So let's step into the gameplay and see what we got going on because I want to test out that route running. Is that really going to affect? Right here, not a lot of separation. You saw that nice little one-handed catch as he gets hit. Later on in the drive right here, we throw it deep and he gets caught from behind, shoestring tackle. Now that usually, if I do that with Amari Cooper, Deshaun Jackson, they're gone. But anyway, right here, he just gets enough separation and he does hold on to the ball right there against that full coverage. Next drive that we have the ball, I'm going to throw it deep to Sammy Watkins. He catches it, breaks a tackle, and brings it in. Now right there you saw some nice elusiveness, but what you also saw was that he wasn't able to get away from the defenders there. I mean, that should have easily been a touchdown, and as you can see right there, gets a nice little animation for the catch and goes in for the touchdown. So that's going to go ahead and make it, what is that, 3 touchdowns for him on this game? Then 3rd and 16, we're going to try that same route. He gets behind the coverage, catches it all over 2 defenders. That was pretty nice. And then on 4th and 6, come on, there's no sportsmanship right there. But right there gets a nice little catch, and we win that first game by a score of 28-10. Now let's go into another game here against an opponent who has the Patriots uniforms, and let's see if we can recreate some of that magic against this opponent who has a slightly better defense. So right here, he splits the defenders, catches the ball a little off target, and he can't get away. Then here once again, you know, so far showing in this game at least that he can hold on to the ball a little better. And then 2nd and right there just drops it, but he did have defenders draped all over him. We're gonna try to go to him again, but right there forcing a little bit nice user from the opponent with that. I think that's that defensive back Julio Jones. Then we're gonna go for it again, and once again drops the ball right there. This opponent had better defensive backs. And here's that speed I told you guys about again. I mean, usually when I run this route and I get the coverage that I want, that's designed to just bomb the defense. But unfortunately, that 93 speed, if you're going against better defensive backs, you can see right here, doesn't get that much separation, but at the end, he gets a really good animation where he does. The problem now is that the defensive backs that you're having coming out like nowadays are really fast. They're going to have 94 speed, 95 speed. Some of these free safeties have 94, 95 speed. So that's going to cause a problem if you have a wide receiver like this. He's not going to be a burner, but I don't think that's what you're looking for if you're getting a Sammy Watkins. However, he's going to do the job. Like right there, that wasn't a speed thing. That was the fact that I saw cover 2 and I knew I could split it. Now, my main problem is if you're not going to be a burner, you should be hanging on to everything that I'm throwing your way. Now, he does break some good tackles, like you can see there in short routes. So, I mean, I guess I would use him on short routes. The catching traffic is decent. It's just that the catching isn't good enough for me to get crazy things. But this is what I'm talking about right there. Look at Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson gives me all the animations. That's the only reason I threw that in there. And the reason I threw this in there is because towards the end of the game, with 1 second left, my opponent does squeak out the victory against me. It was a straight out shootout, and we were going back and forth. But here's my verdict. Sammy Watkins is going to do the job for you. If you're going to have a scheme, he's going to be wide open. He's going to break some tackles for you as well. 93 speed isn't bad. But when you look at the fact that the Amari Cooper is 91 overall, has 94 speed. My Deshaun Jackson has 96 speed. You got a Tavon Austin out there that has pretty good speed. But this is the issue. If I'm going to use you as an aggressive catch monster, or like for slants, or even crossing routes, you should be able to hang on to all those things. You also need to have the catching rating, or the route running at least, but mainly the catching rating to get those good animations. And you definitely can't be dropping balls like that, especially when I'm going to be throwing it up in coverage. You know, it is an issue that you can have. Right here I show you a whole bunch of examples on it. And you can say, oh, well, he had defenders all over him. But when you're aggressive catching, that's what you need. Either give me a great animation, which I didn't get a lot from him, or at least hang on to the ball if my opponent's going to be using the play receiver option. So my verdict is, I would like that Team of the Week Brandon Marshall better. I would even like the Team of the Week Megatron better, believe it or not. He had better jump. He was also taller. 6'1" also isn't that tall. I'm just going to be focusing on featuring you as an aggressive catch kind of guy. So chances are, if you're going to be dropping 260,000 coins on a receiver, you need a receiver that's going to do a lot more for you. And for slightly more coins, you can get that Michael Irvin, or you can get some of the Team of the Week guys I talked about. So I probably would stay away from this card right now, guys, especially if he's going to be your main receiver right now. Anyway, go ahead and like if you want some more play reviews. Continue giving me ideas of what you want to see. Subscribe if you're new. But most importantly, take care of yourself, guys. Peace. First and 10, we're up 24-13. We're getting the toss play to the outside. What'd I tell you about defensive backs, man? They just can't hold them. I mean, I broke so many tackles against defensive backs. 2nd and 9. I throw it deep on double coverage, double or triple coverage. There's just Deshaun Jackson right there. Come on, I know, don't judge me. I did showboat in there for the touchdown.